democratic values are the fundamental beliefs and constitutional principles of American society which unite all Americans.
The list includes
Life. No one has the right to violate another's.
liberty, right to think, act, and behave without government interference.
Pursuit of happiness. Everyone has the right to do what makes them happy.
Common good, citizens working for the good of the community.
Justice. All people should be treated fairly and equally in regards to receiving the benefits and burdens in society.
Equality, same rights, opportunities, and status as others.
Diversity. Difference of cultures, dress, language, and religion are not tolerated but celebrated.
Truth, honesty under oath.
Popular sovereignty. Idea that citizens are the source of government power.
Patriotism, love and devotion to our country and its values.
Civic rights. These are the rights which are necessary for an individual to lead a happy, contented, and progressive life in society. Some of the civic rights are given below.
Right to life. Right to life is a basic civic right. It implies the protection of the life of a citizen against an assault by other citizens and against an external aggression.
Right to liberty. This implies that every citizen has complete freedom of action within the limits of the law. One should not be arrested, imprisoned, detained, or deported without proper cause in a fair and open trial in a court of law.
Right to family. It means that a person has a right to marry, to beget children, and to be protected in the enjoyment of his family life. Freedom of association. Formation of association is instinctive demand. The social instinct impels them from within to lead a gregarious life. It is therefore in the best interests of human beings that they should be allowed to form associations, groups, or organizations for the pursuit of common purposes.
Freedom of press. Freedom of speech and press aims at one and the same thing. This right implies that a citizen should have the liberty to publish their own opinion in a book, journal, pamphlet, or newspaper. The press has been called the watchdog of democracy. It criticizes the ruling authority and keeps alive to its flaws and failings. Equality before law. This right implies that all are equal before the law, irrespective of their caste, creed, race, or social status. There cannot be any true liberty if law makes any distinction between the rich and the poor, the high and the low.
Right of education. This right means that the state should make adequate provision for educating the citizens. Civilized states of the world recognize their responsibility of moral and intellectual welfare of the people, without which democracy turns into a mob rule. Civic duties include, for example, obeying the law of the country, paying the taxes levied by the government, or serving on a jury or as a witness in court.
Civic responsibilities encompass actions like registering to vote and voting, and serving on statutory boards and committees.
Have you ever heard of John Locke? John Locke was a British philosopher, and among his political works, he is most famous for the Second Treatise of Government, in which he argues that the sovereignty resides in the people, and explains the nature of legitimate government in terms of natural rights and the social contract.
Have you ever heard of Baron de Montesquieu? He created the concept of separate branches of government, and so therefore no branch of the government could threaten the freedom of the people. His ideas about separation of powers became the basis of the United States Constitution. He was a French philosopher, and he wrote On the Spirit of Laws, published in 1748.